Welcome back to Mac's Garage. As always, hit the like, share, subscribe, all that stuff helps me out. I appreciate it. So, today I am sitting here on the back of my 92 Dodge that I spent roughly 12 hours in and $200-ish worth of fuel through yesterday to go pick up Ford engine parts. So if you're following along with the 352FE build, this is coming back from the machine shop, and realistically I probably should have done this while I was there picking it up, but the guy came in on Memorial Day to meet me, and I didn't feel like taking up any of his time. Now he may have shot some videos, and if he did, I'll include some of that in this video as well. But what I've got here, these are the old pistons, these are the old valves, springs, all that good stuff. The cylinder heads have been totally gone through. They have new valves, new springs, new seals, new exhaust seats. The intake seats were in pretty good shape. They've been decked. They're good to go. The heads are totally rebuilt at this point. They are ready to bolt on. The engine block here, this is the 352 block. I guess I'll stand up. This thing has been bored 30 over. Got new cam bearings. We will have all new bearings in it. New core plugs. Everything's been cleaned up. It's pretty well, I say it's been cleaned up. We will go through and rewash and clean everything before we put it back together, because I can see that there is some dirt that may have gotten in there on the way back. Plus, it's always a good practice to just wash an engine before you start assembling it. So we'll go through that in a later video. But here's the block. It's been bored 30 over. Everything has been checked on it. Deck surfaces were good. The crank alignment was good. So this was a nice true block. It didn't need a ton of work, just mainly the boring and the cleaning. And then over here we've got our connecting rods, which have been fully reconditioned. So he resized the big end, and this has a floating piston pin, which we'll get into later. Those have been sized. The new bushings have been installed, and it's been sized for the new pistons. Also, you can see here that, maybe you can see this, these have been ground on the end. They've also been ground on this end. So while I had it at the machine shop, or while the machine shop had it, he went through and he balanced this engine. So the crankshaft, the pistons, and the rods are all balanced and weight matched, so that this engine should have no internal vibrations due to a mismatch of weight anyway. So this should be a really nice, smooth, good running engine when we're all done. So I've got heads, block, connecting rods. In this box, I've got new pistons. I'll just grab the camera and show you. Yep. So here we go. Inside, there's the 8 rods. Now, if you watched this in the video where I took it apart, the caps for 7 and 8 were swapped around. I didn't bother to measure them because I ended up in kind of a time crunch to get it down to the machine shop. But he did, and those should have been on the rod they were marked for. So this thing ran for who knows how long with the cap screwed up, but it didn't blow up, so it is what it is. But they're now back on the appropriate spot, and they've been resized and are reconditioned and ready to go. Inside, this box has lifters, camshaft, it's Fragile, main bearings, rings, timing chain, oil pump, pistons I already said. Down there I think that's rod bearings, full gasket set. So we have potentially everything to put this unit back together. I will have to go through and clean some other stuff, like the oil pan's nasty. Now that everything's back, I just need to find time to get this cleaned and assembled. And honestly, I'm going to measure some things, and that's not because I don't trust the machinist, but anytime you assemble something new, you should measure it. Trust but check. How's that? Is that the right way to say that? So I will measure some things, try to match them up. The pistons are The bores should all be the exact same size. He's got an electronic home, so I assume that they're actually really good. Piston manufacturing tolerance is a lot better than it used to be, so I'm sure those are going to be all the exact same size as well. So just a lot of time involved in assembling an engine, and yeah, that's what's coming up next. So if you're interested in seeing this 352 put back together, make sure you watch the channel, and I'll see you later.